what we need to do before we can go any further now, the next stage is to put some ceiling boards on and to start on the wall boarding. Now, the back cabin is having different wall boards, different ceiling to the rest of the boat. That's just to make it look a little bit more traditional. So what we're going to do now is just measure out where the back cabin is, and then that gives us the position of the first bulkhead, and that's from then on we can start to put the boards in place. So that's what we're doing. Okay, right, so what we've just been doing is marking where, first of all, the bulkhead was for the back cabin, and then we were marking on the ceiling the position of the lights, just so that we can make sure that the lights are falling in the right places in regard to the board, and also that they're in the right places in regard to the rooms, so in this case the bathroom. So we've got 4 lights in the bathroom. It's probably a little bit overkill, but a bright bathroom is not a bad thing anyway. So we've got 1, 2 here. The bulkhead for the bathroom is going to be here. So that's the bulkhead coming over. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 lights. One of which may or may not be a fan, but I don't think so. It's probably just going to be light. And then moving on, we go into the kitchen. So these marks here are the bulkhead where the kitchen starts. So that's on this side of it. And the kitchen extends to this point here. There and there. So in the kitchen we'll have 4 spotlights again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're spaced, all of the lights are spaced far enough out that when you're working at the kitchen worktop you're not casting a shadow over the food preparation area, because there's nothing worse than having lights behind you when you're trying to work on the kitchen. So they're all in the right place. We've gone with that down the rest of the boat as well, because we want them all to match rather than be staggered here, there, everywhere. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for there. Then we come into the lounge or saloon or whatever you want to call it. We've just gone with 4 lights in here. It's quite a small lounge anyway. And I don't think we need that much light in the lounge. You just need enough that you can see what you're doing or read a book or whatever you want to do. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we've got the dinette on this end. Our dinette is going sideways, so it's not a conventional Pullman dinette where you've got side by side. So ours is sideways across the boat. It'll be slightly raised in this area. So we've put 2 lights, 1 there, 1 there. And that should give plenty of light for the dining area. We have the option of maybe putting in either another 2 here, or maybe using these as angled ones. We're not 100% certain on that. It's a tricky part of the boat because you've got the hatchway here. It's going to make it difficult to get the lights in the right place. But we'll have a play with that when we get there. And that's it for all of the lights. What we need to do now is just work out where the drops need to be for the light switches, and where the light switches need to go up and down the boat. Because we're quite a small boat, in most places we won't need to have two-way switching. The boat's small enough that, you know, at most a light switch is going to be 5 or 6 feet away. I don't see the point in putting in the complication of two-way switching just for that purpose. So we will go with that. I'll bring you back when we've done the lighting drops, or marked out where the lighting drops are going to go up, and I'll talk you through them next. Okay? Bye. Hello. Right, I'll show you where all the light switches are going to go. So currently I'm stood in the doorway with the bathroom behind.
There you go.
With the bathroom behind me. What are you doing? So, like I say, our bathroom is quite small. Because of that, there isn't really any point in putting switches on both sides of the room. You can literally reach almost from one side of the room to the other anyway. So what we decided to do is put the light switch just down here on this side. The shower unit's going on this side, so obviously that side's going to be more difficult. So the light switch will go here, and that's just for the 4 lights that are in the bathroom. So moving forward, again, the kitchen really isn't that big. So we decided to put the kitchen and the lounge lighting both together down on this point here. This is just past the end of the kitchen. So basically, as you're coming through, you can switch the kitchen lights on, or you can switch the lights up, the lounge lights on as you go. It's quite simple, really. There's 4 lights for the kitchen. There's 4 lights for the lounge. Through onto the dinette. We've got 2 lights in here. Now, obviously, we are going to be using this doorway to get in and out of the boat. So because of that, we need to have a light switch which is accessible from the outside. So the light switch is going to go a little bit higher on this one, and it's going up on this point here, and that will just switch on the 2 lights that are above the dinette. But that will give us more than enough light to get in safely without falling through the door or killing yourselves. So that light switch up there. There may or may not be some outside lighting. I can decide on that at a later date, but I could put the switch there too for that, so we can have some lighting on deck at night. And that's it for the main lighting. So the main lighting is what's in the ceiling. We are probably going to have some underground lighting. We will probably have some lighting in the kitchen at a low level, and also in the bathroom, because then that means that we can use those lights at night time rather than putting on the big overhead lights. That'll just be a bit nicer when you need to move about the boat at night time without having the big lights on. So this is only the main lighting that we're dealing with now, and that should be it. So that's it. Now I know where the switches are going, now I know where the lights are going. I can just make sure that there are cable routes to those places before I put the paneling on, and that should do us. Okay? Right, see you again next time. Right, I thought I'd show you now where the light switches are. So currently I'm stood in the doorway.
Oh, it fell through the doorway.